Hey guys, welcome back to All Things Nicola. It is your girl Nicola and I'm so excited to have you here with me. I'm going to talk to you guys about some things that are very important, especially moving into 2022. Some of the things that I think will definitely help you get along in your year much better, help you achieve more, help you plan more, and literally just help you have a lot more achievement than you have in previous years. These are things that I genuinely use and some of the things I will be using this year, and I haven't necessarily used them that much previously, but I'm definitely on my game as it is the beginning of the year, and I will definitely be making use of these tips. The first thing that I'm going to mention is actually a notebook. I'm just trying to see if I have one handy. Notes are essential and always key. So this can range from if you're studying, and this can range from if you're planning something that you want to do. This can range from learning songs, and this can range from your to-do list. People obviously use them differently. Some people like to have things written down that they can cross out once it's done. Some people use their notebook in their phone and their notes app and just tick things off as they go. But this is something that has genuinely helped me through a lot of things, as I've mentioned already, learning songs for gigs and planning throughout the year. So what I want to mention next is actually going to be to-do lists. For me, I live on to-do lists. That's literally how I function, and I tend to use my notes app on my phone, where I literally will put a daily to-do list. So for example, if I have a day off and I am planning to clean the house and to run errands and to vlog and to film and to edit and whatever, I will literally put a to-do list for that day, and I will need to tick off everything on that list before the end of the day. That's how I feel excited and happy and accomplished, ready for the next day. I also have a weekly to-do list that will range from, obviously if I'm now working, whatever I'm doing in the week, it will tell me that by the end of this week I have to have either filmed a video or 2 videos or edited, whatever it is that I need to have accomplished by that week, and that will need to be done before the end of the week. I also have a kind of holiday or going away or gig kind of to-do list. So if I am traveling somewhere, I'll have a to-do list of what needs to be done before I leave to make sure I've got everything. I also have a list of things that need to be bought, etc. So you ticking things off as you go. So if you've got a boohoo order you need to do, if you've got a collab you need to do, you make sure that all of those things are done prior to leaving so that everything is in line. The third thing I'm going to mention to you guys is actually vision boards. I personally am a visual learner. I believe so much in visualizing everything, which is why I have to write things down to remember, to understand, drawings, pictures, emojis. That's just how I function personally. So you can definitely tailor that to how you function, what works for you, what's best for you, and how best you're going to remember and, get excited about doing that task essentially. For me, I think I will definitely be purchasing one, I think off Amazon, or I'm not too sure where, maybe Wilco. We'll see where I can get a very good visual vision board, and I'm definitely gonna upload a video when I first use it so you guys see that I'm being accountable and I've actually purchased it and I'm using it. But the other thing is just to know what you want to do, number 4, but it's in line with the vision board, so you can say 3A. Is to know what you want to accomplish realistically for the year. So if, for example, it's that you want to get your driving license, or you want to purchase a house, or you want to get a new job, or whatever it is, or you want to have saved 5,000 by the end of the year, or invest in whatever it is, then you know what you need to do, and then you just set little targets to help you do that. So if it's, for example, every payday you're saving £100, that needs to be done every single payday, and you have to make sure that you are being accountable in whichever form is best for you. So if it's getting a little tin, those little piggy banks that you can't open, you need like a can opener to open it, then you just withdraw the money, put it in there, because it's going to be long for you to take it out. at least until you get to that point where you've got that discipline, that you know you're good to keep that money in a separate bank account and you're not touching that money. Yeah, so I think that those things are very, very important. Setting very realistic goals for yourself, for where you're at, for what you are willing to do as well, is very, very important. Because if not, you're just setting goals that you're never going to achieve, you're never going to attain, and you're just going to feel bad by the end of whenever your target is to have met those things, because they're not going to be done. But if you can set realistic goals that are, you know, little goals that you can attain at the end of this week, the end of that week, at the end of that week, and you know we're good, we've done it. Teamwork makes the dream work, baby. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was to actually be stern with yourself. And this is something that's so difficult sometimes, where you'll just keep on postponing. Like for me, I definitely had an issue with postponing and just like saying I will do it, and never doing it. But when you've already got that thing in your mind, write it down there and there, set a target. By July, this needs to be done, period. There's no yes or no. It's getting done, and we are gonna celebrate once that thing is done and we are accomplishing it, and we move on to the next one. That's the best way to do it, because if you say, okay, I want to do this, I'm gonna write it down at some point, then I'm gonna think about a plan to make it happen at some point, then I'm hopefully gonna have it done at some point. Then it's always gonna be at some point. I know we've all been there, and definitely that's something that I've told myself this year. Even from last year, I was already starting to work on this, because I don't like the whole thing of new year, new me, new resolution. No, I want to work on what I couldn't work on last year, this year, but I want to start doing it from last year, if that makes sense, because you're just going to keep going years and years and years of not accomplishing any real change within yourself, within your character, within how you do things, because you keep on finding new things to do when you never actually did the previous things, if that makes sense. So that's how I see. If there was something you were struggling with last year, push it through to this year and make it, you know, happen, change it. Find a different way to go about it. Find a way to make yourself excited to work on it, to motivate you to work on it. And it's going to be better. That's the best way you can really change it up. So yeah, guys, definitely get yourself a notebook. Utilize your notepad on your phone. And then if you are a visual learner, or if doing things better is then to transfer it to your notebook, do that. Get a calendar. For me, that's something I'm doing this year, because the way I double book is a joke. The way I double book is a problem. So this year we're getting a big massive calendar that we're going to have in our bedroom that is going to tell us what we're doing every single day, and that's how I'm going to accomplish things before the end of this year. Because I don't know about you, but I feel like last year ended as if it just started. Like, it was just January and then it was just December, and I was like, what happened? Where did the year go? Don't get me wrong, I did accomplish a lot, yes, last year, and I was even better yesterday, last year, and I'm very, very proud of what I did accomplish. But I just feel like it's more about character and a lot of other things that I want to definitely do differently this year, and I want to be intentional about accomplishing them this year. So that's what we're working on, and this video is to be accountable for you and also to be accountable for me, because it's gonna have to get done, honey. Nicola, you hearing me? Future Nicola, this has to get done, period. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. This is like a short little snippet of a couple of nuggets that definitely have helped me, and these new ones are definitely gonna help me as well. And I just wanted to share them with you so that you can kickstart your year with productivity and no more delaying, and just concentrating, being intentional, focusing, having a positive outlook on life despite the pandemic, despite COVID, despite what's going on, but just thinking outside the box and making a decision to change your year yourself. One very, very big point that I did mention is prayer. Prayer for me is very important, very essential, and nothing will work without it. For me personally, I need to pray on everything. I need to pray on what I'm planning for it to be fruitful, and for it not to be such a long-winded process to make it happen. But God's grace and his mercies will obviously help me to get these things done, and the wisdom of how to do them in the easiest way. So that's all I have for you guys, and I hope you have an amazing, productive week. Definitely let me know what you guys are up to, what you guys are planning. If you need accountability, definitely DM me and I'm gonna be chasing you up the same way I'm gonna be chasing myself up. And that's all we've got time for today, but I hope you have an amazing week. And that's all for now. Bye.